See, either you say you're very practical about your life and you want this thing, and then you don't give this the name of love, because love is not materialistic things and all these things.
midday.com बहुत खुश हैं कि हम आज आपसे बात कर रहे हैं. We are really excited to talk to you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Ruhaniyat. This word itself gives a very wow kind of feeling. What does this word mean to you?
It's very important for your soul to love somebody. For you to be a happy person. I think वो जो एक दिल से, रूह से, जैसे कहते हैं ना, रूह से निकली हुई आवाज जो आप किसी के लिए महसूस करते हो, तो वो that's what it means for me. For me, a connect with the soul is very important in terms of what I'm offering to someone. Otherwise, वो real नहीं होगा. It has to be directly coming from there. जिससे भी प्यार करो, रूह से करो, और ऐसा करो कि वो हर पल आपको वो एहसास दिलाए कि आप रूह से जुड़े हुए हो. So that's what Ruhaniyat is all about. और मुझे थोड़ा डिफरेंट लगा इसका स्टोरी टेलिंग, so I accepted it. मुझे लगा नहीं यार, this is something I haven't done. It was a risk, but I said I'm going to take it and see what the reaction of the audience is. ज़रूरी नहीं है कि everything has to be so planned ki this has to like like a strategy where this is the ideal thing to do well. I mean, everybody wants to do, but sometimes you got to trust certain characters and projects that have depth in it, but you only get to know how they're going to perform once they are on air. So they have that thing. So I like to take risks a little. So with this, there was a risk because it was on OTT. It was the first time a long format was coming, like so many episodes.
Yeah.
So whether people will like it, whether people will come back, whether they'll stay. There's so many other things apart from just the story that you're showing that were playing factors, in this whole Ruhaniyat series. But I said, I've always been the one who takes risks and does characters that are a little out of the box. So yeah. I'll choose this one.
I'm sure, Arjun, all the girls who love you would want to know, what do you think about love?
I think love is the most wonderful feeling to feel, in the sense whether that person loves you or not. Just the fact that you're in love. I am not saying it as a bookish thing. I'm telling you, this is the feeling of loving someone, because it's happened to me earlier that I used to love someone that the person never loved me. Like I was rejected outright.
Ouch.
Okay. That during that phase, the earlier, especially when you're a teenager and you feel that, I think that is the most wonderful feeling to have. Now that is when you're a teenager. Now when you talk about matured love, once you're actually in love, and I think it's companionship. It cannot be just defined as any one thing. I think loving someone is a process that you need to follow every day. It cannot come in bits and pieces or in chunks. The continuity of that feeling that you do for each other, the care that you show for each other unconditionally, whether you're sick, whether you're doing well, whether you're not doing well. I think that's what love is. That care and that understanding that you have for each other, and understanding that every person doesn't remain the same forever. I think that feeling should be understood by most couples, because what happens is now a lot of people don't mature with their relationship. It's very important to mature in a relationship. Nobody is going to be a 19-year-old forever. People mature, people change, and then the whole thing starts, not like before. You've changed, and obviously people change, man. But you expect someone to be a teenager all your life, or what? A lot of couples, a lot of friends that I have, sometimes they expect things that are illogical and are not important in a relationship, that then they want to drift away because of such petty things. And I feel if you truly love someone, see, either you say you're very practical about your life and you want this thing, and then you don't give this the name of love, because love is not materialistic things and all these things. If you say love, or you call it an understanding, you call it that we have an understanding between each other that will be with each other. If you provide me this and I provide you this, that's an understanding. when you love each other, there is no such understanding. Yeah.
Conditions. There are no conditions.
Yeah, there are no conditions that, and you just there, and whatever comes, then you do it together and you fight it together, and you're together for that reason, that you want to fight together and you want to cry together. So I think that's what love is.
So I'm sure, with your charm and your smile, I'm sure you would have had some craziest fan moments in your life. If you can share something.
There's this male fan of mine. I always talk about female fan, but I want to speak about this particular male fan who, actually drew a tattoo on his hand, such a big tattoo on his hand of my face, and he sent the whole video to me and the whole process, and he's been messaging me for a long time, but obviously I knew he really likes my work and stuff, but for him to get that tattoo done was even a surprise for me, and I was like, oh my god, I mean, this stays with you for life. Someone giving you that kind of love, it's really special. So I thank him, and I thank him every time I get an opportunity. This is one thing. And so many girls, I remember during Village Mantum, there was this girl who I had met, and she used to discuss me with her grandmother, and she used to tell her that I really like Arjun Bijlani and I love him and stuff like that. So the grandmother didn't know who I was. So I remember I met them somewhere, and grandmother and she have written like a book discussing me. And I remember the first few lines. He's like, "Namaskar Arjun ji, ये किताब मैं आपके लिए लिख रही हूँ, और मैं तो आपको जानती नहीं थी, लेकिन मेरा परिचय मेरी पोती ने आपसे करवाया." So I think this is how it started. And then they had written all the beautiful moments that they shared, and my pictures, and what they like about me, and what has happened in my life, and everything is like in a small book they had put it. And I think that was very special. There are a lot of things that people do. I mean, everybody has their own fans and everything. But what I feel special about any fan is that the kind of time that they remove out of their life for you. I think that's what I appreciate. For me, that is the most important thing. When someone gives you time, ना, उससे बढ़कर कोई चीज नहीं है. बाकी सब कुछ, कोई गिफ्ट दे दे, कोई कुछ दे दे, it's okay. But the fact that they remove you time for you and do all these things, and nowadays we are in the digital world, that so many beautiful edits that they make. These are well edited videos that they make. Yeah. It takes time. It takes time. हमें एक चीज बनानी होती है, हमें पता है हमें कितना टाइम लगता है. So they are making like back to back every day 5, 10, 50,000 videos, so many of them, and it takes time. So I appreciate that time that they remove out of their personal life, which they couldn't do anything in this world, and they remove it for us. So I think thank you to all the fans across the globe for just doing that for people you love. I think that's very special.
So what do you want to, tell to the present generation, like maybe people who are, maybe in their 20s, because अब तो प्यार इतना fragile हो गया है कि मुझे scene पे छोड़ दिया, मुझे story को like नहीं किया, story में मुझे काट दिया, and all that.
So या तो Instagram तो यार.
What do you say about this?
Don't judge people through Instagram, yaar. For God's sake, मेरा एक बार क्या हुआ, I called a friend to wish them on their birthday, okay? मैं नाम नहीं लूंगा, मैंने विश किया, और उस दिन ऐसा था कि मैं फोन पे मैं उतना मतलब उस दिन एक्टिव नहीं था फॉर सम रीजन, तो मैंने शायद पोस्ट नहीं डाला. तो मिनट आई कॉल्ड एंड आई विश्ड, एंड आई वाज लाइक हैप्पी बर्थडे एंड दिस. तूने मेरा पोस्ट नहीं डाला इंस्टाग्राम पे? एंड आई वाज लाइक, देयर आर पीपल हु don't call you, doesn't matter, but they're posting for you. You think they are your good friend, and the person who's calling and personally wishing doesn't exist anymore. I mean, they think wishing on social media is a far bigger thing than calling somebody. I mean, I thought I would call people and wish them. That is a much sweeter thing, that is a nicer thing to do. And it doesn't exist anymore. I've just realized everybody gets upset. So I like to tell those people in their 20s, listen, there are some things that never go out of fashion, and that's calling your friends, asking them how they are. And I think that never goes out of fashion. So instead of expecting things on social media, I mean, go out, spend some time, and yeah, you can make your videos there. But take an effort to meet each other, remove time for each other, and call each other and ask how you are, rather than just expecting everything to be a social media game.
Any stories from the set, working with your co-stars, anything specific that happened and maybe serious scene mein has pade, or some quirk happened, some quirky incident happened?
I remember I was shooting this jail sequence, and I was getting ready with that whole look of mine with long hair and this haggard look and all. And Kanika didn't know, and she hadn't come that time, and I was getting ready. So when I got ready, I asked, "वो आ गई क्या?" So then I started the video, and that video is there on social media. And she was getting ready, and I suddenly opened the microphone. And I went, "Hey." She got so scared, and and that expression is priceless. I have it with me, captured, and everybody's seen it. And then she realized, oh my God, this is Arjun. This is Arjun. And then she got a breath back, and then she's like, "Arey, kitna sahi look hai." So, I've really, really done a lot of masti. And then there's this one sequence where we were in the pool, and she doesn't know how to swim, and मैं उसको इतना डरा रहा था, the amount of times I must have so basically it's like she's not able to swim, and she's drowning, and I'm saving her, so she had to still give a shot in the water. She's not able to go pani ke niche only.
Okay.
And I'm telling her, go, yeah, like for half an hour in the pool, in the thund, in the night, I was teaching her how to go below water. So she should be like, okay, I'm going to go. And then she just do this and then stop. Not once, not twice, not thrice. She did it like 100 times, and she just refused to go. I decided कि ये फिर गई, फिर एक second में वापस आ गई. Second. I just held her down in the water, and she actually was doing this.
Oh God. Authentic shot मिल गया मेरा.
Yeah. फिर तो shot मिलना ही था. And then she got a little comfortable. अच्छा, I'll do it. And then she started doing it. And I said, don't worry, I'm right here. And I was like, then I told her, you'll never be able to do Khatron Ke Khiladi, and this is disgusting, and you need to know how to go underwater, and I'll teach you, and this and that. So now when she went for Khatron Ke Khiladi, and then she took that advice, and then she was very comfortable then in what I'm assuming, and now she's, I think, doing pretty well there, and I hope she's in the top 6 at least.
Ruhaniyat, a show about love and passion and intense emotions. ऐसी कौन सी love stories हैं which have left a deep impact on you? Any films, any series, any books that you might have read?
I think this is everybody's favorite. एक तो दिलवाले दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे. I think that's the most amazing story कि how you go and win your love. कई लोग उस फिल्म के बाद बहुत फिल्मी हो गए थे लाइफ में, and it should be like that. So that's one film that I like. And then there's this I saw this series Suits. Okay, so Harvey Specter and yeah, so I think they had a most amazing, beautiful relationship, there were so many layers to it. So I love their relationship a lot. I think it's nice to see something like that. And there's so many. I mean, love stories are inspiring. Then this is one movie of mine, which is my all-time favorite, is Chalte Chalte. Rani Mukherjee, and I just felt that was an amazing movie. और मेरे उसके गाने भी इतने प्यारे थे ना, जिसको प्यार नहीं दिया उसको हो जाएगा यार गाने सुन के यार. That way.
That's beautiful. It was lovely to talk with you. Thanks a lot, and all the best for Ruhaniyat.
इतनी सारी बातों में मेन बात भूल गए. So ये याद रखना. Every Friday 3 episodes from 22nd, chapter 2.
Absolutely. Done.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.